Throughout the history of mankind, countless questions have divided us. What is truth? What is justice? What is the meaning of life? Yet, there is one thing we can all agree on. Death is certain.
Death, the great equalizer, has captured the curiosity of every philosopher, stoic, scientist, and spiritual leader. While we all know it awaits us, what happens after death remains one of humanity's most captivating mysteries. But despite the universality of death, the way we understand it, the meaning we give it, varies greatly from culture to culture, from religion to religion. Let's explore these fascinating differences. In ancient Egypt, death wasn't an end but a passage. The Egyptians believed in the journey to the afterlife, where one's soul would be judged by the gods. If the heart was lighter than a feather, eternal life awaited. Otherwise, the consequences were dire. In Greek mythology, death led to the underworld, ruled by Hades. Souls, or shades, wandered through realms of eternal rest or torment, depending on how they lived. The ferryman Charon would carry the dead across the river Styx, but only if they had the right payment. In Hinduism, death is part of the endless cycle of birth, death, and rebirth, samsara. One's actions in life, or karma, determine their next existence. The ultimate goal? Liberation, moksha, a release from this cycle. Christianity teaches of an afterlife where souls are judged. Heaven for the righteous, hell for the wicked. Death is seen as a gateway to eternal life, either in divine grace or separation from God. For Buddhists, death is not an ending, but a transition. Like Hinduism, there is a belief in reincarnation, but the ultimate goal is nirvana, freedom from suffering and the cycle of rebirth. Detachment from the material world allows the soul to achieve enlightenment. As we've seen, death is interpreted in countless ways across mythologies and religions, but the common thread is clear. Death is not feared, but understood, accepted, and often even welcomed. Perhaps it's not death itself that mystifies us, but the journey it represents, a passage into the unknown, one that we'll all eventually take, yet no one can return to tell. So whether it's the promise of an afterlife, the cycle of rebirth, or the possibility of nothingness, every culture has a way of making peace with it. Maybe in understanding how others view death, we can begin to understand how to live. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of death through myth and religion. If you found this thought-provoking, like the video and subscribe for more deep dives into history, philosophy, and the mysteries of existence.